Hello, welcome to this tutorial for a very simple Jubilee themed bouquet of Orbz. We're going to take a very straightforward bunch of 3 anagram Orbz and we're just going to elevate it just to a little bit of an extra level so you can try and squeeze a bit more profit out of it and charge a little bit more and make the display a bit more memorable for the Jubilee parties that are coming up. This one is a little bit different than the traditional red, white and blue that we've been covering. The official colours for the Jubilee this year is like a very dark purple. We've taken some inspiration from the royal colours and we're just going to apply a few extra little techniques just to tie in more of a sophisticated colour scheme for Jubilee parties. This one will probably be suited for table centerpieces, entrance doorway pieces, maybe for councillors, dinners, that sort of thing. A bit more of a high-end party that will be happening over the Jubilee weekend. So with that, we're going to start just with a standard 8-inch cake board. We've covered these in the past with foil balloons. There's a video on the Decorator Hub showing you how to cover with a themed foil balloon. For this one, we're going to tie it in with the metallic pearl violet 12-inch latex from Centrepiece. What I'm going to do is just going to inflate it nice and big, then we're going to use it to cover and hide the silver on the board. So I've taken my balloon nice and big. All I'm going to do is push it other way around, push my board into the balloon whilst gently letting go of the air. Now once you get to the end, everything will curl over, the neck will hang out. We're going to chop that off in a second, but we've got a really nicely covered, very simply, very quickly covered board for the base. So like I say, I'm just going to trim the excess of the neck off just to make it a little bit more secure. I've just got a bit of duct tape or gaffer tape, a nice strong tape. I'm just going to put a few strips over the balloon just to hold it all in place. So just working around the edge of the balloon, taping onto the board. And there we have it. Just very roughly taped, but it just holds that balloon in place and it shouldn't slip away. The next part, we need a fixing point for this. You could just take a standard balloon weight, pop the balloon weight on there and then have your bunch coming up from it. But again, we've said we want to elevate this design slightly. So what I'm going to do is take about a 2-inch piece of balloon stretchy tape and a scrap of a 260. Pinch and squeeze the air out, tie it off so we've now got a nice sturdy connection point. We're going to remove the tape. I'm just going to have it, you could put it right bang in the middle of the cake board. I'm just going to go slightly off centre, tape it on. Ideally you want to leave this rest for a good 5-10 minutes, just let that glue really stick before we start pulling. I've got one here that I did just a bit earlier, so the glue is now firmly stuck and shouldn't go anywhere. So now what we can do to just hide all this mechanic and make a nice little feature on the base, I'm sticking with the metallic violet. I'm just going to do a few, maybe 5 little bubbles. We'll do some split bubbles. We'll start with one at around about 3 inches. Another one slightly smaller. Just going to tie them off in a normal duplet. nice and tight, and then I'm going to trim the necks just so we don't have them all over the place, just neatens everything up. Now I'm just going to do a split duplet. I'm going to make 3 little bubbles with 1 balloon. So I'm going to inflate it nice and big, take it really, really small, so there's practically hardly any air in it. Tie it off. My first bubble, I'm going to spin the neck and nozzle to make 1 bubble, and then with this I'm just going to force another 2 bubbles into there just to make 3 nice little bubbles which can get tied into the duplet. So it just gives us a nice little bit of extra feature, nice bit of size difference. And then using the 260 that we've stuck down, I'm going to position my balloons where I want them. Get a nice bit of tension on the 260, pull it in, tie it around, and then stretch it out, trim off the excess. And then with the other side, again, pull it up nice and tight. We're just going to figure of 8 around a couple. Again, lose that excess, pull it out, trim it, and the rest will ping back into the base. So we've now got a really simple but nice and effective little extra piece of decoration to go on the base. So I spoke about having bunches of 3 Orbz. What I've done, I've inflated my 3 Orbz and tied them on with 6-inch wide tulle. I've also got the vinyl cutter, and I've gone to the Royal website. All these graphics are freely available for commercial use, for personal use. The Royal website have made it available for anyone to use, so you can comfortably sell your products with these designs on them. These elements can all be downloaded, and you can bring them into your vinyl cutting software and apply them on. So we've just taken one which is just the 70, the crown logo, and then this one, all I've done is just printed just Platinum Jubilee 2022, which is actually really nice effect, just very simple. So you could have one with the vinyl on the top and then plain for the others. It's entirely up to you. To finish these Orbz, I'm just going to add in little clusters of 4 to go around the neck. I'm going to inflate them to about 3 inches, so it's just going to be a single stroke of the 2-way pump. When I'm doing small bubbles, I want the tip of the inflator to be right into the round section of the balloon, so that it inflates it nice and round, but it also stretches the colour to give it a really vibrant tone that we're looking for. So again, the balloon comes right down into the nozzle, single pump, tie it off, and do the same again, single pump. So we've got our 2 duplets, turn them into a cluster of 4, and then just the easiest way I've found to do these, I like to rest the balloon between my body and my on the table. It just gives me complete control and of my hands to be able to get the balloon in properly. I'm going to slide it between where I've tied off the tulle and the bottom of the balloon. Twist the balloons to lock them in place, and it just gives a really nice, simple, elegant finish to the Orbz. You can trim your necks if you like. I just like to pull them down, just hide them underneath. I've got these ones pre-prepared. So again, the balloon goes upside down, trapped between the body and the table. Bring your cluster through, and then just 2 balloons to lock them in place. I also have left a little bit of a tail on the tulle. You can also trim it right at the neck, just to have the tulle, then the little balloons and the Orbz. I quite fancy this having a bit of a tail on them. And then my final one, so I'm going to bring this up now. Again, hands-free operation, just makes your whole life easier. If you're trying to do it upside down with this, you can't really get the balloon nice and tight to the orb. So pull them through. twist and lock them off. Now, I've very roughly cut the ends of these. You can, so I'm just going to fold the tool in half and cut from where the 2 points meet. Nice straight diagonal line. It just gives a little extra finish rather than it being a rough, jagged edge. So again, fold in half from where the 2 points meet, cut diagonally upwards to make this upside down V. And my third one. Okay, so that's the Orbz now completely prepped and ready. They're ready to tie into our design. So all I'm going to do is bring my tool into the base, and again I'm just going to wrap it in and around 2 or 3 balloons. So you can either trim this off, or I quite like it being within the base, so we'll have it. Again, I'm just going to cut at a bit of a slanted angle, and then we can arrange this tail just around the balloons, just for an extra little bit of interest. And there we go. Very simple base and very simple addition to standard Orbz balloons. We hope that is a nice little design for you to offer for the Jubilee celebrations. Any questions, pop them in the comments below.